I refused to be my nephew's sole caretaker, so I created a schedule for the whole family. Turns out they only want to be freeloaders. I'm 19F, living at home, working a part-time job, doing some freelance stuff and taking some online courses all in preparation for attending college next year. My sister, 25F, had her first child 8 months ago. The father isn't involved and only pays child support. He's also just a terrible person. My mom is excited to have her first grandchild and is constantly offering to look after the baby so my sister can feel at ease working full-time and afterwards, will have some time for herself to relax. The thing is, about 70% of the time I'll be the one looking after the baby, and while I admit that I enjoy it and like spending time with him, I can't help but feel mad because they don't have any consideration for my time. Mom would drop the baby while I'm in the middle of my lessons because you can always watch the recordings later or just ask someone to tell you what it was about. Or when I'm working in my freelance stuff because looking after the baby doesn't really require much when I complain about getting delayed in my projects. My breaking point happened last week when my mother and sister left the baby with me for a whole day because I mistakenly told them I didn't have to work and would be staying at home to study. I called them both irresponsible and they called me a spoiled brat. That night, my grandma and other members of the extended family were calling and sending me messages about the importance of helping family, and to understand that my sister doesn't have it easy being a single mom. I got mad and sent a message to the family group chat saying that they were right, helping family is important and we all should be supportive of my sister. I then proceeded to write a schedule in which all of us could take care of the baby. Because one aunt goes to visit grandma on Monday and Wednesday mornings they could babysit those days. Eldest cousin and her siblings are at home Friday afternoons they can babysit that time. And so on. I left Saturday mornings and Tuesday evenings as my time to babysit. My sister and my mom were very pleased with the arrangement. The other family? Not so much. And when someone pointed out that my sister didn't get the baby for a whole day, discussions about my sister being an irresponsible mother started. Of course my mom jumped in to defend the golden child. Update 1. Okay, a lot of things happened. Honestly, I'm still not in the mood to provide a full update. The main points are, my sister did try to impose the babysitting schedule I made and the family wasn't happy. Mom, sister and I had a big discussion, hurtful things were said on both ends and I'm currently staying with my BFF and his GF. The family is complaining non-stop and I'm feeling guilty because technically, I'm the one who caused this by creating the schedule in the first place. Maybe I should just sucked it up, and I do really feel sorry for my nephew. All the family usually gets together on Sundays and this time, my grandma's eldest daughter's, mom's eldest sister, is coming from another state. This is kind of like a big thing since she's grandma's golden child and kind of like the leader of the family. I'm both hopeful and nervous. If someone can solve this, it's her, but at the same time I'm worried about her blaming me like everyone else. My relationship with my mom and sister was pretty good before my sister got pregnant. My sister and I always knew that she was more favored by our mom because they had more common interests, while it was the same case for me and my dad. This wasn't necessarily a bad thing, it was more of a if one of us wanted to visit a friend or in specific favor, we knew which parent to ask. We would actually team up sometimes to convince them of something, me appealing to dad and my sister to mom. Sadly, our dad passed away 5 years ago. He was an amazing father and we were absolutely heartbroken, but the one good thing that came out of it was that it helped us bond. Dad loved classical music and was really into IT and programming. I would go to concerts with him and he got me into gaming.